Welcome back. Let's get into our real business for today. Major battles and turning points 1968 to 1969. By early 1968, the Nigerian Civil War had transformed from a fast-moving military offensive into a brutal, grinding struggle for territory, survival, and global legitimacy. With Enugu fallen in 1967, the federal military government believed the war would soon be over. But Biafra reorganized, fortified its defenses, and mobilized civilians massively. What followed were some of the most decisive and devastating battles in African military history. The fall of Calabar, October 1967, opened the southeastern coastline to federal control. This allowed Nigeria to tighten the naval blockade and restrict food and medicine from reaching Biafra. In 1968, federal forces launched a three-pronged attack, from the north through Nsukka, from the west Onitsha axis, and from the south Port Harcourt. Onitsha's capture, loss, and recapture became symbolic. Biafran troops successfully defended it multiple times, but the city finally fell in March 1968, giving federal troops access to the Niger River. The most brutal campaign came with the fall of Port Harcourt, May 1968. Its loss cut Biafra off from the Atlantic Ocean permanently, leaving the landlocked enclave with almost no external trade route. In 1969, Nigeria launched Operation OO, targeting Oeriaba Umuahia, Biafra's heartland. This operation pushed Biafra deeper into starvation. However, Biafran engineers, working with almost no equipment, developed homemade weapons, including the locally fabricated Ogbonige-feared anti-tank and anti-personnel explosive. These inventions slowed the federal advance and demonstrated remarkable survival ingenuity. One shock moment came in 1969 when Biafran commandos attempted to break Nigeria's oil economy by attacking the Escravo soil terminal, disrupting oil production temporarily. It was a reminder that the war was not merely about secession, it was about control of Nigeria's economic lifeline. By late 1969, federal forces captured Umuahia. Biafra's government retreated to Amici in today's Anambra state. The war was nearing its tragic end. The humanitarian disaster that unfolded during the Nigerian Civil War remains one of the worst Africa has ever seen. By 1968, Biafra was completely encircled. Federal troops held the coast, major cities, and supply routes. A land, air, and sea blockade cut Biafra off from food, medicine, and international aid. Starvation became a weapon of war. Images of starving children with swollen bellies and stick-like limbs shocked the world. Hundreds of thousands of children suffered kwashiorkor, a protein deficiency condition that became the visual symbol of the conflict. International estimates suggest between 600,000 and 2 million children died from malnutrition alone. Entire families survived on cassava peels, lizards, palm kernels, and powdered starch. Mothers starved to feed their children. Babies died in their sleep from hunger. The humanitarian response, though massive, was dangerous. Relief agencies like the Red Cross conducted nighttime airlifts, flying food into the Uli airstrip in Anambra under the cover of darkness to avoid Nigerian anti-aircraft fire. Uli Airport became the world's busiest nighttime runway during the war. The scale of suffering led directly to the creation of SANS, Doctors Without Borders, in 1971, after French doctors who served in Biafra accused relief organizations of silence and demanded that humanitarian groups speak out during conflicts. The fallout of starvation lasted decades. Survivors experienced stunted growth, weakened immunity, and long-term emotional trauma. Many doctors agree that some of the lasting health patterns in southeastern Nigeria today, especially among older generations, can be traced to wartime malnutrition. The Nigerian Civil War reshaped global humanitarian policy. The use of starvation as a method of warfare became a major topic in international law. The images from Biafra permanently changed how the world responds to conflict, hunger, and blockades. Thanks for watching. If you have comments, please do well to use the comment section. Also, do not forget to subscribe and hit that like button for more content. Up next, foreign involvement and international politics.